Hi, this is my homemade PVC Nerf sniper. It's using a snap design and there's a foregrip, and priming off the foregrip is probably the easiest way to prime the gun. Gun's running off of about 2.5 Ace 49 springs, and it's getting pretty nice power. The seal's extremely good. I have a 4-round hopper clip which can be used with Steffens, and I have a longer sniper single barrel which gets a little better ranges than the hopper clip, but the hopper clip can load in 4 bullets. It's a gravity fed bullet design, and this probably more for running around and convenience, but this is for more accuracy and sniping. Blaster is not completely perfect, as you can see. Like, it's just mostly all orange, and that's for safety mostly. But if you see, some parts are a little darker or not completely smooth, and that's due to epoxy putty and JB Weld. I painted over it, but it's a darker orange. And if you see, it's kind of some white. It's from just messing around with it and testing it out. But the paint is on pretty solid. Every piece has been sanded before painted. Here's the trigger system. It's pretty smooth. And it's about a 5-inch draw, and it's getting pretty nice power. Its ranges definitely outrange any stock Nerf gun. You can probably get 70 feet flat. I've probably hit 100 angled. With the hopper clip, the ranges are decreased a little. Probably hit around 50 feet flat, which is not like extremely powerful. But with the sniper barrel, well, if you're using a hopper clip, it's mostly for running around. The sniper barrels, if you can get an accurate shot. So this blaster's cosmetically, it's decent. If you can see here, there's a U and a D. You want this part of the coupler facing T facing upward, this part facing downward, and that is because the catch system I use is designed like that way. And you just prime the blaster this way. Well, it's not straight, but yeah, like this way. It's probably the most convenient way to prime it, and that's how it was designed to be primed. And the trigger system, pretty smooth. Just L bracket for design. This is a snap, homemade snap Nerf PVC gun. Here's a view of the front. Air seal is formed by an O-ring, and I have different parts holding it in place where it's getting a pretty nice seal. It can literally stop for most of the way before the air completely comes out. Before the air actually comes out. So that means it can handle more pressure, longer barrel, etc. And this handle is held together with some glue and zip ties. You can prime off this back handle. It's not as strong as the front handle. You can still prime off it, but I think it's better to prime off the front handle. It's more comfortable, and you can probably, where your hand's going to be positioned, it's probably the best way to make use of the power. This part down here, I use epoxy putty just to secure this, make sure it's in place, but that's not painted. I don't want to go through the trouble of trying to repaint this and having to prime it and stuff, but it's not very noticeable since it's on the bottom. From a distance, this thing, you can't really tell that there's many blemishes or marks on the blaster. It looks pretty cool. And with the barrel attachment, your sniper, and with the hopper clip. And for loading the bullets, you just take off the end cap. Not easy to do with one hand, but take off the end cap. Put in your bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should stick out a little bit like that. And you can still put the cap on and close it on. And you prime, shoot, prime, shoot, prime, shoot, prime, shoot. Remove the cap, load it up again, and you can run around. And for the single barrel, if the barrel is on the blaster, you want to take the bullet, place it inward in, front end in, remove the coupler, and basically flip the blaster around. So see, this is the end of the bullet now, and it goes in. And when you prime the blaster, you don't want to, if the bullet is loaded into the front barrel, don't prime the blaster, because it can, the seal is good enough where it can vacuum load. But then if it's the bullet's not in the blaster, you can prime it and load it like how I showed you. And you can even just remove the barrel, slide your bullet in, and just put it back on. But you always want to prime the blaster first before putting on the barrel, putting in the bullet, because the seal is good enough to vacuum the bullet in, because I'm using an O-ring, and that's be troublesome to take out. You just probably need to shake it out many times, or use a needle nose plier and try to take it out slowly. So it's best not to do it. This blaster is pretty accurate, especially with using the Steffens. I'll make new Steffens. There'll be 20 new homemade Steffens included, and that's quite a few. Should last you quite a while. I know they sell some on eBay if you need to get new ones, or maybe if you message me, I'll list some. So that should be everything you should need to know. Yeah, and the whole inner tube was relued with silicone grease, and with the O-ring, it won't degrade the O-ring, so it should last quite a while. And this trigger should never get stuck or anything, but if it does, you just need to wiggle it in and press it in or something, but it should always be pretty smooth. Everything is glued together, fastened, and screwed in, so everything should be good. And I'm gonna get a firing test out there and show you how to prime it and how it shoots.